Vote for youth fair.
This ain't not a kush. No, not a kush. No, not a kush. Oh yeah, me I can feel them. What are they on me eye? We are the see me sister them. They die in the street. Oh, me I can feel them. When they see me brother them in the streets. Yeah, some they link they not. Some lay down a guts at the sleep. Oh. So when I ask, they tell me say na kush. Nike pull roll and son of them food. They prefer for left the house, they gonna get so all day they kush. Oh yeah, say not a kush. Me brother don't want before in time. Say not a kush. So we they use the old age man young. Say not a kush. The youths them just they die. Say not a kush. Sorry we say that's a cushion. Hey, push for die. Say that's a cushion. Papa government help we are. Say that's a cushion. Hey, push for die. Say that's a cushion. Hope for you say, is it all?
Humble them on a good evening, on a good afternoon, on a good morning. I hope say any side una friend una safe na the world. I hope say una they do well. I hope say life they treat una okay. So we're at 5 o'clock. Unfortunately, make I just start off right now and say render me apologies then because this show will be a 1 hour show because I get another engagement for honor, and as a matter of fact, right now while the talk so the engagement almost stay on the way for start, but I figured instead of canceling the show altogether, I can give an hour arrive now that sweet spot now the engagement, and I'll still honor the engagement. So today we don't come back because now the last Saturday na the month, so obviously we dey inside salon we all na one fambul, right? Salon we all na one fambul indeed. No matter how we cut them, how we slice them, how we dice them, if we are not they really pay attention from the start where we begin this episode there, so this particular show ya so, and when they make the connectivity them when I will not for say indeed salon. Like when I can say salon now we all young, mean that salon, it's a melting pot. Nobody can claim ownership really, truly of Sierra Leone, right? I want to make Mr. Jamboria tell Fambul there I do quickly before I sit on inside something where really just pick my attention and pick my curiosity. And I know for say you get Boku for talk inside this particular thing so they talk so today. So Mr. Jamboria tell Fambul.
Good evening, on a good afternoon, on a cabo, au fuma minapiari, bondesha, huana. We don't come back today for can show say we all now one, never mind the different languages. And we go make a short. The only thing we want to encourage you now, let una become every month because na puzzle. Me say what they can't talk now about cutting and the way they open to me now. I don't begin to see the bigger picture, but I not see all in it. So do you now they come on board, let us see how we all fumble and what it makes some of them to different between we, the cause problem for we. Over to you, Matilda.
Indeed, over to me. Thank you very much. So I know slump and the politics today. There's a lot that's going on inside the politics arena, but once in a while, maybe we take a break and look at.
Then you say I don't discover why we politics stand, so I don't begin see. Go ahead.
Right. For Sidon and really look at with past, look at with formation, because when we talk about salon, we all know one fumble, are we interconnected, are we interrelated? We cannot talk about it outside of, culture, politics, the economy, that and I shall say some people will surprise for say, well, I say this, but I need to say this even with class system. I know say some people will feel say salon no get class system, but it will shock you to know that salon gets class system. Trust me. And I go feel to say class system at India, some other places system that they say, no. It is deep and rooted in Sierra Leone. You just really need to understand properly the ethnography, the epistemology of things, and then you begin to draw the link them and make linkages them. And before you know it, even though there is this big spaghetti bowl, right, where you need to untangle the spaghetti one by one by one by one. But at the end of the day, if you untangle the spaghetti properly, you they arrive at making the connecting dots. Absolutely. So there's this TikToker way, me not can follow I'm not TikTok, but once in a while, people can send me video of her name is Mawa. Right. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she works at the the Sierra Leone Gambian embassy, if I am not mistaken. And the reason why they say if I'm not mistaken, I just for the matter of fact that because not to somebody why they follow religiously, once in a while people can send me, excerpt or something of waiting is saying. And so now this night happened, recently, somebody sent me something. And when I sit on back and listen, waiting a say, I had to take a step back. And the truth is, I can make so many connections with waiting a say, with waiting they happen inside with political, with class system, with social economic constructs, and all of that. But more importantly, I also can make a connection with how you call them, with we different linguistic group them and some of the innate tendencies them, right, or characteristics them where they can sometimes some of them can display. And sometimes I say to myself, this display, is it because it is embedded in the DNA? Like it they inside we blood system so much that at the end of the day, it's like you are a victim, right, of your environment. You are a victim of your own social construct, right? Not a teen way. And if you're not aware of them, you get to be aware of them to want to deviate or to want to do better. But if you're not aware of them, then you not even know, say, this kind of thing also exists. And I'll therefore take a few examples for elaborate a little bit more on what I talk on. The past few weeks, and I know for say we engage in the rise of femicide in a salon, the increase of violence against women. We talk about the role that men can play, right? Where men then can play for minimize at best, because I don't know that it will completely be eliminated, but for minimize the magnitude of the occurrence of violence against women. But also, when we talk about that, we cannot talk about it without we know also look at the role where women themselves they play in aiding these types of behaviors. And we look at, I believe, the lady Amira, the Dr. Sandy case with in stepdaughters, then, the allegations, then where they go on. And I get to go back to that audio and listen again the proposition or alleged proposition where even they make to instead begin. And some of the things then where he say, the in reasoning or justification then was, hey, fuller man than they do am. And if we are to be honest, we know for say Fuller or the Fulani tribe. Now, one of the linguistic groups them where we get na Salone. So I get to sit back and begin thinking I mean and say, okay, I know say I get some Fuller party them. And so inside my head now, the confusion started setting in. I'm like, no, I know say Mr. Barry, when they do this kind of thing, I saw to girl picking them. Lie, will be. That man has if I say the amount of girl picking away he gets just because of who he is, people will easily make the connections. So I'm not going to say it. Or some other people, or Mr. Jallo or Kotobari next door, or so many people that begin come na me aid. But then I also listened to with First Lady, like I mentioned, during the ACC boss in wedding, where for me the amount of time it make the emphasis on until say that man the man you married there. Until say that man the man you married there. So to myself I was like, why the need to constantly emphasize until say that man the man you married? What is this supposed to be? So like when I can say like in the Creole culture, they can say, Creole man then get sweet smart. I'm going to be very explicit here, right? And there is this saying that in the Creole house or the Creole household, where they born them boy picking them, when they're small, where they wash them, and where they waiting and call them, then get one particular oil where they put na them private part, right? This me no know, I just tell una waiting me don't hear, right? And so sometimes, because I'm an old soul as well, I get a lot of older paddy them we all pass me. I don't always get paddy them we all pass me. And when I say old, sometimes with generational gap can go upwards to 40 or 50 years, right? Between me and them. But these them people also always open up to me and then can tell me certain things. So sometimes I'm in I'm like, is this truly the reason why they can say Creole bobo then get sweet smart and Creole bobo then this or that? Make we left that their side. There's this also saying that, and again, remember, I won't forget an honest discussion, I answer, right? I know they target a particular linguistic group. Please understand this. But in understanding we setting and some of the events, them reoccurring patterns, then excuse me, now we now the cultural fabric, right? Cultural formation and the laissez-faire attitude of some of these systems or patterns. I just want to make we just take a little bit deeper. They can always say, oh, is it Timini? Then say yes. Timini woman then sabi take care of man. Bad one. I don't always say this thing. And so I can ask some of my party then, what do you mean by Timini woman then? Sabi take care of man, bad one. And if you married Timini woman, you don't get the best woman. Or when they can say, hey, Madingo man, then one day they sabi £10 and west. If Madingo man, if you married Madingo man, well, you don't better, you get colat. But it also come with the saying that Madingo man them back, they like man back. So they're not the only married one wife or get one girlfriend, they get them in the multiples. So why is this pattern or this way of life acceptable? Because the truth is that, make we call a spade, right? polygamy, right? Polygamy na something we very, very acceptable within the African society. So what really led to the acceptance of these type of behaviors, despite the fact that there are evidence to show that these homes are not always or do not always produce unified systems, right? Because if you go, you talk to for most of the time, you talk to people that will grow up with mates, right? Where then I be mate speaking. The
It's frozen. I think you were frozen, eh? Uh-oh. Anyway, fumble them. I think Matilda gets small technical issue. Okay, I think she's back.
yeah.
Welcome back. You are
Thank
just sweeping the carpet before you go further. You are just sweeping the carpet under me. I will talk about Nyamakala today, the caste system. Go ahead, ma.
So I just want to set the pace, and then over the next 45 minutes, really, Mr. Jamboria will come in and we go break this down while I ask and questions them, right? So this video today, like I say, this video where they sent to me, I can't help I listen to some of the things them way the ladies say. And like I say, there is this notion out there that mende woman them, they are of a certain lifestyle. Now, again, like I say, me sabi mende people them. As a matter of fact, some of my best friends and one of my best closest friend, mende, I don't know her for this type of lifestyle, right? So, but they can say, Usai smoke the fire must come out. And I mean, look at my age. How long have I lived really on this earth to have experienced or to have known certain things? But when people them of a certain age group repeatedly they say certain things, and people them from within the particular setting can affirm these things to be true. So sometimes we have to take a step back, and where they talk about, this thing of womanizing, polygamy, the treatment of women, mistreatment of women, and all of that, the sense of superiority in men, and all of that, the sense of dominance, conquer, that's attitude of, everything my way I will conquer. I can't help but say, are these people just manifesting what is in their bloodstream? Are they even victims of their own formation? And if they are they aware of it? And if they are aware of it, have there been a discussion to see if even there is an appetite to want to change? Make we listen to this video and tell me in the comments how wanna feel as they can now begin discuss. So go listen to the video.
Sound.
Hawa Aliyu. So just a quick one, but very important. I'd kindly ask that you watch this video till the very end, and don't forget to share. So I see a lot of people that tag me in the videos, they make comments and they ask questions. Hawa, you don't listen, you brother the music, the Kenema boys. Why you know the dance to the song? So This is me responding to all them comments and questions them where when I don't act so far. But before then, make few clarifications. Me na Sierra Leonean and a very proud one as that. So anybody where they born in this country, automatically you know my brother, not necessarily from Kenema. So I don't like that tribalistic question owner they ask me because the guy that will do the song that men they guys them from Kenema. So you can ask me, you don't listen your brother then song? Yes, I don't listen. Me self na from Kenema. Na Kenema born, na Kenema men, na Kenema do virtually everything. And I know this community to me fingertip. I know almost everybody in Kenema, everything about Kenema. Having said that, I be want to do this video na mende, but I don't want a Creole we all understand. Before President Bio take over the leadership of this country as president, Kenema have been bush. Kenema have been village. You know they consider Kenema a city. Kenema they be don't abandon we like we not a part of Salone. They don't wear pan per week. Kenema na so we be like. We roast them na Kenema be so deplorable. Talk about Hangar Road for example. The portal they will be there under if you picking grave. With people that they for them pass bike that they broke them foot there na Kenema. Talk about Maxwell Kobe Street. Maxwell Kobe Street, one of the major streets them where they lead to with fisheries market and also most of the government offices then are there then they. If you go under in season you they regret your life. You they gains. It was so deplorable. Until President Julius Maada Bio come, it make we realize say yes, Kenema na a city. It give we tarmac roads them and take plenty developments them go na Kenema. So if you ask me, authoritatively, I will tell you as one of the ambassadors from Kenema, say President Biona the best president, and in the history of Sierra Leone, President Biona is not the only president who don't do good for Kenema. In only tap day, when President Bio take over as president in 2018, na Salone, most of the important political appointments them, a ghetto with people them na Kenema. Even the office of the chief minister when I be new office. Now we brother from Kenema na enforce it on day. The office where they in charge of the money business na the country, the copper business, the Ministry of Finance, now we brother been there. And plenty other political appointments. I don't want for name names. The president be do so much for Kenema and for develop Kenema. And even as I speak, they do so much. When President Bio appoints you, he give you position. You know sabi all with people them na Kenema. But you sabi you people them. When you not being extra, they sabi you people them. So when the president give you some position, like you know minister, you know other political appointments, then give you help you people them because you get the opportunity for help them. But we brother than greedy. We brother than greedy. The only sour brother that they spend money now per woman waste. Most of we brother than na Kenema. If you see they spend money, now woman waste they spend money pa. But they not sabi them people that they're selfish. As a matter of fact, the ego they so not get nothing in humble. But as they get a position now, you know they can't Kenema again self. Where they can abode they stop now, abode they do chilling. They know they can't Kenema again. If you mistake can Kenema, they cover the number plates them, make them people they not see them. That level of greediness. If you see people that can't Kenema, now during election where President Bio they come. That's not even gonna make campaign very difficult for we. Because when they give you position, you not sabi you people them. Now only way you need them now for vote, now that's how you go there. So we brothers them na Kenema, then greedy, then selfish. This is not a Maada Bio's problem. This is not a Maada Bio's problem. This is not the greediness way they into we brother them. Where they for change their attitude and stop. Because if they don't call them youths them together and help them, not to all team that money, men them like respect and dignity. Men them like respect. If you sabi talk to you, come be motaman, good one. They encourage them, but they rally around them. We not for don't reach here. But attire best self for them, they go sit don't try. They drink attire. As they give them position, they know they mass again. They not sabi the people there again. Now if you check na Kenema, na only few people like Martin Humana, they touch base with the attire base and the grassroots. People like Agbao, now they sabi the grassroots and the people them Otimochikaba. But the rest of we brothers them, then greedy. They're greedy. But so they pull them per position now, they make sorry. Well, they make this job very difficult for the president. Most of them they work in the interest of the president. Me Kenema people them. When they work for your own self-interest and the woman business. Men them go there from Kenema and not get position. He humble. When they get position, the woman business so you not ever do in life. Now you want to do waste not the pastor. Anyways, you see one claimer. They left the bobo them. When they suffer, try they under rain, under sun. They not sabi there again. President Bio no go come off free time. I can't solve all the problem for you. You know you people them. You know you people that you sabi the when that you no be there. Why you don't get money now? You don't cack. Una proud, una pompous. Una they see una people that una not sabi there again for create bad name for the government. So if you ask me the music what the guys them do, the only parts where I not agree with them, they say the new direction don't make all things don't hard. Things are difficult everywhere in the world, not only Salone. So this is not a Madabios problem. This is not the global problem where they affect every country. But when it comes to the greediness of we people them greedy, oh, we brother them greedy. They're greedy. They make things difficult for this president. They know they work in the interest of the president. If they pull it now, when I say they don't pull it. If they pull it, when I say, oh, President Kai, don't pull with brother, then you don't give them position. But we people, then we brother, then greedy na kenema. Then greedy. So the music where then guy do so, they not like pa then we brother ya. They not like pa we brother, but this is not a President Bio in problem. President Bio not go sabi we all. But you know me brother, now will be there in that area, you sabi me. You know say, I be don't suffer. You get the opportunity for help me, you not help me. You not help me, you get the opportunity, but you not help me. So President Bio not get nothing for do with this. When President Bio appoint you in any position, now you forbid the President Bio in that area, help you people them. If not so we they do, when you can you help, this one back help, this one help. They can go a long way. But no, now woman business. Then they left the bobo that the language. They left the young guys that the language, they not sabi there again. Where they can't say they not sabi the people there again. Ungrateful people there. I'm telling you for a fact.
Okay, so oh my goodness, Mawa. Mawa Toko, I cannot lie. If I can use Mawa in video and do 10 show, honestly. There's so much.
Well, it depends on what they look for.
Yes, sir.
Because
Absolutely agree.
for us, the older generation, I see a lot of emotion and misinformation. There are certain truths in what she said. Or say, now then they pay attention to Kenema, that is a misinformation.
Okay. Yeah, I go can that side because not so really. Now that make I say if I want to pay attention to in video, I can do up to 10 shows, right? Not on this particular.
She has said one thing, which is the reason why Kenema not able to develop. And it not only apply to Kenema, it apply to the whole Eastern Bloc. If you go back in time, most of the key political appointments had always been with people from that eastern part of Sierra Leone. But then greedy attitude, then reckless behavior and womanizing attitude, now make them not be able to do nothing for them people.
Yeah, so we get a caller. I want to go to the caller before we even sit down because me no one look at the political aspect. Because remember, say this show here, so they focus on culture, politics, and the socio-economic.
I have discovered how politics they affect even with culture. Now I make I say they can talk about Nyamakala.
Okay, make her go to the caller and then I go unpack some of the things that we might say, and then me want focus on one particular side for today. Okay, so caller, waiting on your name and who's the call from, please.
Hello, viewers. This is Umaru the call.
Yes, Umar. What's up?
We sister just take one put to all inside one bag. Because when you talk about Kenema, myself now from Kenema. A lot of things we talk, you get right, and that's true. One thing about Kenema, the boys, the youths, the male that we gender, na proud gender na Kenema. As soon as they notice, say, then they above one level, then they ever come down to youth level. That side, you get right that side. But what I don't understand. Now, when they try to discredit the people, the Kenema boys in the talk, what in the talk, the boys they get legitimate issue for discourse, and they try to discredit them. They talk we. When Indo already say in fact in a Sierra Leone, they start to talk fine, but along the line, it try to personalize all thing. It bring emotion, they bring party issue inside, they try to sell Madabio and see Puripan campaign. But this program actually not the political side, just the kuti talk. Why did they say we broader than greedy? That how they will understand. You see, the expectation for politicians, and now we set the credit expectations and they. If they elect then give Timothy Kaba position as Minister of Health. Now, what Timothy Kaba you say for do with greedy? Now push national agenda. Make sure say the position where they get health position get that particular sector they go before. Not a way for can begin the give handout to youth man them. Waiting the youth in the talk, now the legitimate issues a day. And just look what Mr. Jamboria in the talk, we get a reason for belief say, even the time of Annex by Chroma in time, waiting the development awareness because of the people who we get at the end of affairs at that time, we been get politicians the way they try to sabotage. They not try to work with the government of the day. That side, you know, we blame the past governments. But then again, now discussion for another day, and we know. Because Kenema not at all the districts would have been the stronghold of the SFP. The Kailan was there. But look what in the ISU do now, Kailan Road. So why development jump Kenema reach Kailan? You not talk on that. So there are a lot of issues, but I see them when they talk about we too greedy, we too this, we too this. Let them allow people then for raise concern. But we raise concern more than talk about Madabio. Madabio is not Sierra Leone. Madabio is just the leader of Sierra Leone. If they go tomorrow, other leader they come. So if the people don't get legitimate issue, then they raise them up. Let them allow people in. But not to Madabio, this is president. The people and sing their song. Then try to draw the attention of the president on national issues, not only issue the Mona Kenema. National issues, political promise will not be fulfilled. And these are legitimate issues. I was there last month in Kenema. You know, you they say yes, when they talk, yes, there is an improvement as when I've been the left day to now improvement day. But yet government still need to do more. And they talk about global something, this hardship now, global business. I was also in Guinea. So Guinea, you didn't see that today. Why it not happen? Why Guinea know they change dollar up to 2 million or something? Why only telling the cow this one great talk point? Anyway, let's just give people a chance. I will call back.
Okay, so thank you very much, and viewers and listeners, make I just tell you I want to say, the show, even though it not go be on, you know, Salone Now We All On, there will be a continuation of it next week. Now we regular scheduled show where now, you know, salon issues, because I feel like because of the time today we will not get enough time for really nosedive, for really scatter around the way we supposed to scatter, because like I said, Mawa say a lot of things then. Now me go Kenema, as a matter of fact, me being go Kenema, I was in Kenema during the last regime, right? And I knew what Kenema looked like. And I planned to go to Sierra Leone and go to Kenema before this regime obviously is eviscerated from the seats of power, and see and compare the Kenema then and the Kenema now, right? Obviously, I expect for see change. And the reason why I expect for see change is because change is the one thing that is constant. And when somebody take power, I don't expect the places them for remain, you know, stagnant, for make no form of development happen at the place them. But I would like to see the extent to which. So according to Mawa, in say the current regime are the best regime for that particular demographic, that particular region. And you know, politically, culturally, he say he don't appoint a lot of them people them, and when you appoint the young people them, it's up to them people them for help the young people them, which is true, right? We say, but when they appoint them and kill the up nose span and people then making turn shwen all of a sudden. See the tip and Creole man, it no matter if na minister, if na Lord Ho, he go still go turn that Saturday fufu pot. He go still pull sus and go do nyole. Right? That is the difference. He go still go and dance in Gumbe. Right? That is the difference. So man nende oje, he go still go, he go do a oje, not here, right? He go still go na church, go be the senior society stewards, go pick collection at church every Sunday if na him supposed to serve, right? He said they know they frequent the attire basis them, so the communal places of hangout. But one thing where he talk where now that they grab my attention and he repeats them several times. He said them selfish. He said them greedy. The way where he stress the greedy. So I can say the greedy self-affect and small. he said
Sometimes he said they don't need.
The way where he drag the greedy. Me, I feel say that greedy they affect my was small, okay? He said that two things no more. He said that two things no more than Sabi. He says self-interest, their own interest, and woman lapa. He said they not foresee waste pass. Then don't jump panam. Now, that is where I want to center this attention. He said, can my man then lack respect and dignity? Well, let me correct you there, my dear sister. Every human being deserves respect and dignity. Every human being loves respect and dignity. It not just boil down to one ethnocentric group. No, every human being deserves and every human being wants that. But now I want to focus on so we on salon man them. And no one just left unto the Kenem and man them allegedly by your own sister. By all indication, he said, "Na two things no more now na sabi, now na sabi, now na better pan. Unuyo and self-interest and woman lapa. And so una not for see scat shake. Una want see waiting daddy. So my question is, sir, having observed all this talk. Waiting, what role? And I can ask a very serious question. I want to make you break it down for me in the few minutes where we get as much as you can. Whose role where womanizing don't play to the disintegration of society, the breakdown of traditional formations, and the advancement of society?
From experience,
Yes, sir.
knowing Sierra Leone for what it is, the culture of womanizing is across the board. This is influenced by the kind of social structure where we get. We system passively they permit the misuse and abuse of women in society. Now I make we begin the thing. I tell you, say, you don't take the rug off me foot. Because specifically today, I be one for look at, and I believe say next week back we go come law, we continue, but you not go be salon now, we all own. We go deal with this issue, but we'll go bring some of this inside back. We get a system where we don't understand. For the Sierra Leonean, we go school. If you say Sierra Leone became organized, the time where European can a salon. The Europeans met an organized system. And I will tell you from my researches, they have not made much changes to it. They only adjusted the system to suit their own purpose. We system what we get now a mixture of traditional systems of governance and social norms with Islamic. The influence of Islam in West Africa started well around the 7th century. Then it grew, but it entered into Sierra Leone sometime around the 15th century. By then, everything had been consolidated in the rest of West Africa. So to we where it can late, there is a juxtaposition, mix up, box up between tradition and Islamic way of doing things. Then, within the Islamic way of doing things, there are two different sects. You get the Malikiya and the Soarean sects, with an influence very great. That confusion, coupled with traditions, then legitimize promiscuousness in a way, because Islam make room for polygamy, but there is a proviso that you not forget more than one woman if you can't afford it. We now, there was polygamy before Islam came, and that polygamy was more like for social security sake, because of diseases, because of need for labor, then the dismemberment will be happen due to slavery. Slavery, as a matter of fact, did not start with the Europeans. They met it. The slavery we've been getting in Sierra Leone was more or less tailored around the caste system where we get. As you rightly say, we get a caste system in Sierra Leone where people are not notice. And we own caste system is more discriminatory than the Indian caste system. We get what I go call a kind of cultural apartheid in Sierra Leone. But people don't know that. And that cultural apartheid, now one of the things that they fuel most of this womanization with it. Men think, or some men think, when they don't get certain status, they get the right for misuse and abused women. Because that was accommodated in some areas of the caste system. Especially, yes.
I know say I ask 3 layers of question, and if time permits, we'll get to, if not one, but 2 of them. So viewers, be patient with us. If you want really get the continuation of the flow of this conversation, Unakana so back next week, 5 p.m. regular time, and then we will go more into them. You just say that men, when they attain certain position of power or authority, right, then it's like their body is automatically defaulted to this way
Their
of living.
mentality, I would rather say. The mentality, not the body.
Their mentality. Well,
Yeah.
the mentality complemented by the body, though, right?
Well,
Sir,
me and body
I
now
am
they
still young.
that you cannot meet that.
No, that's true. I am still, though I am still young. Let me just say, in my very young years and relation, I've been with my husband, and I have been together for 18 years. We've been married for 10 years. So I think I know a thing or two, if I can say, mentality complemented by the body, right? So now you just say something there, but I want for complicate them a little bit more, that in as much as I acknowledge that certain nuance them na the body can lead to certain behavior, but you get the power for control, and that's the mind. However, yes, you get the power of control, and that's the mind. However, in that particular setting of hegemony, and when I say hegemony, people, I mean power, what role have women played to foster these tendencies?
Well, it depends on the region or the linguistic culture way they look at. In some regions, because of the social structure where they don't create and accept, it is more like an acceptable norm that woman not they deny man. They are victims, as you say. The men and the women are victims without knowing they are victims. Okay? Because that's the kind of social system they met. In other areas, people resist it. As a matter of fact, in other areas, it is outlawed. Certain behavior in society outlawed. If you do them, then they carry you to chief, punishment day for that. And that make a lot of people, or now one of the reasons we make a lot of people in the recent past being for run from the rural areas, kind of the big towns. Another reason was this debt issue. You owe somebody debt, you know, able to pay them. You are subjected to a lot of difficulty.
Now, actually, now that question there, I've been one follow up with us saying, okay, if that is the case, what has or how has economic dependence? What has been the role of economic dependence in augmenting?
The impact of economic dependency very deep across the board in Sierra Leone. As a matter of fact, economic dependence was one of the reasons that fueled the traditional slavery we're being at. Families owe money to another family because they get closer attachment to a class of society we belong to the ruling house or then belong to one other sector. Then they take advantage from that family, they enslave them. The girl picking and they misuse them. This not always man beat them with we, not to them with them.
Right.
We have a society we need to investigate and understand, especially with the young generation. Of later, they read social media and they see the young generation, they misinform themselves grossly. The Sierra Leonean does not know who he is. If we know how we society structured socially, we know the influence of foreign factors like the advent of Islam, the Malinke Fulani influence. Then we own tradition, we practical traditions. How then they cause trouble for we? Waiting in the 1980s, one Nigerian comedian group been talk about dual personality. The Sierra Leonean, from the researches what they do, we are a victim of dual personalities, or maybe I will call them a tripartite personality. The influence of Islam trying to shape us before the Europeans came. The Europeans came. Now, anybody who have English book, if we say na Lord horror, if we do I elect. Now, some of them thing and they play so now with society. Because it feels say come up from a ruling house, you get Western education, you get right for misuse women. These are the factors we don't look for. But they are the real issues where until we understand, say, now then tiana we problem, and like we talk till thy kingdom come, nothing will change. And that they play back into we political systems. They affect the efficiency of governance. But we will deal with that on another day. Today, let us look at the historical and social anthropological side of some of them things here.
Okay, I will go to Caller, waiting on your name and also you the call from.
Hello,
Hello.
good inside. Uh, Thank you, Miss Matilda and Mr. Jamboria. Well, I, I tried for call last week because this topic, this lady we talk, is similar to what the chief minister been talk last week about Kelahu. Because Salone in Goan before will be a very big problem for one main reason, because of the way we think. If they go appoint somebody when a minister, it doesn't mean this minister now they make the policy for develop because they know appoint 20 people for this area for develop. Development they come out from the central government, this central policy. But if this policy we dey talk so this other lady because I talk to the minister, chief minister and say he don't expose. He should have known these things say not only because they appoint 20 people from Kelahu, me say Kelahu for developers, Bombali where they appoint 1 or 2. It's not going to be like that. Now, a policy where they come out from central government. If you see central government don't get policy, we get for centered around job creation and earnings then for increase more they pay more to people the way they work. I don't see how the country could develop because how long will develop like how you develop not to that investor you're going for. Now, from earnings of citizens, when they able to save that money, they invest them into their businesses or for employ the other people and more than in the country. But if we see them say he accepted, say because they appoint people from Kenima or Kelahu, then people this place for develop and this lady goes she don't shamelessly talk say not to the president for blame now for people because they're greedy. Somebody be greedy, you know be greedy, you not going for affect me now, yeah. Because I get a job, which I earn enough for take care of the family. So this kind of thing, where would they look at people like gods, where they in a position? That means say that person they now no for help people or for taking them out of poverty. It's wrong. It's not gonna be possible because if you get around that Kenima district, maybe 900,000 people that they did, or I don't know how many people in they because they say today the populated past Freetown. So you know me say direct
Okay.
15 or 20 people and they would then appoint not to be able to take Kenima out of poverty. Now government policy and the people who they abroad as always they talk, they know these things. And the one who don't go join government within the Freetown day, they know these things. Last week I can't ask talk why I want comment. If you look at the people who they appoint from Kelahu, you know, it passed all the one the way they appoint from the north. And those few from the north they make the loudest noise for let them maintain their jobs. And consequently, they say no able to help the people because that is not the way you take people out of poverty. I don't know if my time don't run out because I know I read the boss. But
Yeah, you
just one big Mr. Jamboria, let's give me hack the way I they interrupt you because when you give them knowledge there, I go and listen. But because today they get for change time now, yeah. I say may I call quick, may I go before I go to bed. Thank you very much, guys.
sounds good. So I will take the last 2 calls because me said they watch them until so I tell them for say today go be a
They
very
don't have will they modify normal what do they car with? But I'm very much interested in what that lady say.
yes. I go let me go to the last 2 calls and that will be the last 2 calls for tonight, unfortunately. Caller waiting at your name and also you the call from.
Hello, Matilda. This is Naumaro again.
Yes, Uma.
You make one allegation. I no go keep quiet. You go
Allegation.
because if I keep quiet, you go. I no go. You no go fear to the Madigumande. You say Madigumande lekuman. Then they spend pan the woman, but the lekuman. I don't understand what they try for talk. For take care of your family. One thing where Mr. Jamboria go make clear na that Madingo man, we come on a history, we respect woman. We come on a history, we they take care of a woman. Or we come on a history where in the early centuries we begin to put women now a position of ruling an whole empire, which is the mandate. Now then say we come out. So we for take care of woman now part of our history. And not time like they will neighbor them. They will neighbor Sanaku where I mean Mr. Jamboria Sabina the other they talk where then they beat the woman they 340 per year. Madingoma you go there with Madingoma na host. A woman go there. He go take care. He go take care of the pikin. He go make sure say they come out fine. He go make sure say they eat. A cater. And make sure say they get the respect where they deserve when they go out there. That's not love for family. That's not to Kamarimba. That's not love for family. As a man, if you're able to take care of your own. So that allegation we make, I want you withdraw back. You say we like woman.
Okay, so
if you get your family,
so Umar. Okay, so
yes.
Umar, and you know, seminar creativity, not so.
Yes, I know.
And you know, seminar. Jamboria, we can answer them. And you know, seminar creativity, not so.
I know.
You know, and wait first. You know, seminar one fine creativity, not so.
I know.
Okay, so I talk about Madingo man then. Make I not just stop waiting people and say, but make I just left and so no more.
Matilda.
Madingo man then, it is true that yes, they respect the woman them, they are good providers and what have you, but they are also
for family.
A woman, serial womanizers. Serial womanizer.
Yes, Matilda.
They get 2-3 different families going at the same time.
Matilda, don't take
Remember
me time.
that we focus right now not on the Islamic culture where say so long as you are able to provide, therefore it is okay to go ahead and marry. That is not our focus for today.
The Islamic question not even said so long you are able to provide.
Why?
That not the Islamic question says he can marry up to 4 women if he able to share the same love amongst these 4 women. But not to that at the talk. You make an allegation.
Wait first.
Matilda.
You know they make a land. Allow me land.
Okay, sir. Sorry. Okay, my God.
In as much as I respect and accept the fact that say yes, Madingo man them are good providers. Most of the time, very good looking men, right? Good providers, you know, respect their home, respect their wife, but that they don't mean for saying a one single home they get. In most cases, the Madingo man them when me sabi and the Madingo man them when me don't encounter, they get 2, 3, 4 different homes, right? Me get family member where she was the 4th wife, okay, and it was at that early stage that I'm not being discriminatory, but it was at that very early stage that I said to myself, I no go married Madingo man because I no go want one day make you no can tell me say you don't go see one find me and la rose on side where they can make wife number 2 because we go get for Badeam, right? You no go get for good. Because when I know for say me can be very, very honest to the last few sets of people that approached me and wanting to cut me or date me before I met my husband, one was a Fula, another was actually 2 of them were Madingas. And I just look them, I smile, I'm like, gonna continue for going away. So I don't make an allegation. I'm talking out of lived experience, even though not to me liver. Make I go to the last call because I don't get enough time. Umar, take this battle with me next week. I'm ready for make with Badea. are ready for make we.
Okay, and let me case this VOS. I left this now advantage. I left me case this VOS. Only I'll wait for you next week.
Yes. Oh, okay. Yes, next week. Okay, so we don't lost. I close the line for tonight, unfortunately, because I have to go. I have to go on a program for which I'm already running late. So Mr. Jamboria, waiting at you final. I want to answer this question to the viewer where they asked me, good evening, Matilda. I want to cross check if you attended the Holy Trinity School. No, I never attended the Holy Trinity School. Okay, never attended the Holy Trinity School. So you're definitely confusing me with someone else, but never. Okay, so Mr. Jamboria, fumble them. This talk not done it. This talk just begin. Next week we get enough time, like I say, for nyamanyamaram, for nyakanyakaram in all sorts of ways. And yes, let the madingos, the foolers, and all get ready. I guess small secrets for una all. Where are they keeping on my box? So as soon as cancel for me, they release me secret.
If they can't talk for Fulamana, I know they can next week.
Okay, and goodbye.
Okay, family them today a short program, but we go come back let we can explain some of them things here we don't start. Especially that caste system, how it been play into slavery, how it play into the misuse of women in society. It's very important that we know them things here because now the solution to them problem here we look for. And when you know the root of the problem, you go know how to solve them. You go know which kind of empathy, which approach for use, for talk to people, them let them change from that. We go meet again next week because this video where then show I get for Cantel Luna what thing then do for Kenema from 1960 to present. That lady misinformed the people of Sierra Leone because there was a time Kenema and Bona the normal being get lights in Salone, the rest of Salone be in darkness. So for say they not been do nothing for Kenema, that's a misinformation. On a good night, we go meet next week Saturday.
Okay, we Salone family them, we people them. Listen, I just have to say, uno tata for today. Until next week, may God keep well, may God bless well. Uno bye bye.
Na so we say make we drive kush na salon. But we life
that is survive, yeah now. What's it they do? When we bother them, they die. Push on down the hill, now them body just they try. So foot at them body, they and they just they cry. Now we bother them foot so they swell, now why? I don't know if now the chemical or what's in them they put. Best now for avoid them, nothing but the truth. Other food and they for it, come up be young kush. We say bring this message so you do work for you.